Show. Peter G. Show. Peter G. Show. Peter G. Show. Divorced dad, single dad. Divorced dad, single dad. Peter G. Show.
Okay, it's that time again. I know you've been just waiting anxiously by your bedside or couch, or probably starting to drink a lot because it's that time again. Life of Peter G. Every Sunday night, we're starting this thing, slowly growing, and I do mean slowly, but it is what it is. All depends on your phone calls. I find a lot of these people are watching things afterwards. We're going to build this sucker until it gets to be to where you say, hey, you know what? Got to go watch. It's live. Live is better. It's like a live concert. Pre-recorded, watching the show on TV is great, but live is better. It's about life. As always, though, I like to start the first couple of minutes going over a few things because I want to get people who are just starting to catch on to tune in and get, they probably had to get up and go get more beer or something like that. But it's all good. Starting out, once again, thank you, Bolt Energy, for making this possible. Bolt Energy, new, I like it, and they like me. And they're sponsoring. So thank you, Bolt Energy. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be sitting here. And by the way, deep in an undisclosed location in Burbank, California, lies Life with Peter G. Every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 Eastern. Here's to a good show tonight. I depend on your phone calls. That's what it's going to be all about. I'll go with a million stories, which I got one real quick. Hang on. Gives me the little kick in the ass that I need without getting me all crazy. Hello, everybody. I already see you starting to text and kind of starting to make your mark. But in a few minutes, we're going to open up the phone lines, and that's how we're really going to do it. I got a few things I want to talk about with you, but I'll leave it to you as well until we really get this train going, and then things will happen. But right now, so a friend of mine, I saw, we go way, way back, and he says to me, he says, Peter, I kind of tuned into your show last Sunday. He says, but I couldn't hang. He says, get to the point. And I looked at him. I said, what point? There is no point. The point is whatever you want to make it. I can sit here and get straight to the point. I got stories lined up in front of me. But the point is about you guys. Hola. Yeah, I see you. I love you. Thank you for paying attention. Again, 3 giant screens sitting in front of me because there's 3 different feeds going on, so it gets a little confusing. Another person said, Peter, what's with the sunglasses? Peter, it's a lot darker. It's a lot brighter here than what you seem to see on the cameras. And I got 3 different feeds, and I don't want my eyes going all over the place either, and I'm squinting. So it just helps. It just helps me be able to see the glare off the screens a lot better so I can keep up, if I can keep up. Yes, I like you too. And so anyway, so this is my buddy. He says, I'm trying to watch, but I just couldn't hang, man. Get to the point. And it's like, well, you know what? What am I supposed to do? Say, stay tuned for 4 minutes in. And we had the Baby New Year on last week, which was a gas. Kind of philosophical this year. It was kind of cool. And then, lo and behold, little to my knowing, he pissed off Father Time so bad that Father Time called in. But that was an opening show for the new year, and I'm glad that they got the ball rolling. The rest of the year is going to depend on you. I'm going to have guests now and then, but I really want you guys. We're going to talk about whatever's in your mind. Tonight's theme is, why me? Why is this happening? Why me? Why me? Or, I mean, it's always like that. It's not always just you. So we'll talk about it, and I'll let you vent. Venting is good. Plus, I love you guys. I wouldn't do this. I got tons of stuff to do. I was busy this afternoon. I actually got here really early today. They were shocked. I showed up before anybody, which is a first, but don't get too used to it. But that was it. Again, I'm fortunate enough to sit here and do this, but it's going to depend on you guys. 818-259-7983. That's going to be the number that you're going to be calling me in the future. You can call during the week, too, and leave a message. Leave a message. I'll get back. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to know. Tell me what you want me to do. I had a guy, he says, you should do like a cooking show, Peter. It's like, oh, like that's never been done. They got a food channel all about that. They don't need me, and I don't have a kitchen here. And if I did, maybe I would. Depends. What do you like to eat? You coming over? Interviews, sponsors. It's starting to grow. I'm starting to get this, and people are saying, "How come you don't go on anybody else's show and talk about your stuff?" I don't know. Ask me. Tell me. Ask me when. Maybe I'll do it. I'm all for it. It's all about you. The other Peter G show that'll be through the year, bigger shows, gonna be all about divorced and single parenting, surviving it. I'm telling you, it's still a bitch. I got another, again, if you guys don't call in, I got tons of stories, one of them being about a custody battle that really didn't go well. And it's sad because the losers are the kids, and I love children, as you know. I'm very, very fortunate. Maybe I'd, say differently if I wasn't, but I am, and I will. So again, 818-259-7983. Today we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's mostly what I'm going to do anyway, but there'll be some things. I really wanted to do a thing, and I'm going to, but I have somebody who I want to do it with me over the phone. It's called Bitch of the Week. Bitch of the Week. Facebook Bitch of the Week. Because if you watch Facebook enough, and again, I am partial to Facebook because this is how I started the whole thing. Facebook, I have tons of friends, and Facebook is a good connection. It can be a really good thing if you use it properly. But there are some things that go on Facebook that is it can either go, oh my God, not again, or, this I'm off, I'm done. I get a lot of people that get fed up with Facebook and they go, oh, I'm leaving. All right, leave. I mean, I realize with people's lives, if you have the time, you're on it, and if you get super busy, you don't have the time. I've made this my time because I'm very fortunate. I think the connection is great. I think it's a different world we're living in. So, I like Facebook. So that's when I decided, I said, I'm going to stay faithful to Facebook. And I'm going to start this show from the ground up, this version, Life with Peter G. Again, smaller, simpler spin-off from my bigger shows. The bigger shows, I'm working for bigger things. This might turn into a bigger thing than my other stuff. Who knows? One thing I'm for sure of is I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. How's that? I do know what I'm talking about, but I just never know when I get up. The one thing, unfortunately, when I was going through my divorce, the attorney said to me, says, you never know what's going to happen once you get into that courtroom. And God bless it, he was right, because there was things that went really well and things that went really bad, and you're shaking your head going, I don't get it. But that's life, people. That's life in general. And so, it is what it is. And I get it. I'm starting to get a lot of people texting, and I can't read them all, guys. It's flying through there. Hang on a second. What about? Here's what we're going to do, because I'm all over the map. I got tons of stories I want to tell you. Real quick, my area. I tend to believe I live in a decent area in California, just on the outskirts of L.A., Lower Alabama. No, California. Between last November, we had the shootings at the nightclub, which was it's just not the place. You just wouldn't any place but over there. And then we had the fires, and now we're getting a little bit of rain, and it's hurting the fires. And yesterday, Calabasas, California, that's home of the Valley Rich and Wealthy, the Kardashians, the this, the that. I mean, a lot of actors and a lot of people live in that area. It's a nice area. And yesterday, they had a car chase, and car chases with the helicopters are pretty, you'll stop what you're doing to watch car chases. But yesterday, they had somebody who started from one certain part of California and in my area and ended up on that 101 freeway, and they shut down that freeway, and it was locked down. They ended up not going well for that guy. He wasn't going home that night because they had to put him out of his misery because he apparently just wasn't worthy of being on this earth, unfortunately. But it did save us a lot of taxpayer money. But the problem was they shut down that freeway for 12 hours because of investigations and all this kind of crap. I got stuck in that traffic. Really sucked. But this is where our world is going to. That's why I want to talk about things. Let's get things going to the positive. I mean, if you think that things are going wrong in your life, you know what? Believe it or not, if we share these stories, it's not all that bad. I'm just glad I wake up every day. That's where my beginning goes. And from that point on, it's like, I'm at a point where it's like, I fucked up bigger gigs than this. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? If I'm going to screw up, I'm going to screw up good. I'm going to make sure I make a mark. But unfortunately, I'm just going to keep pushing, and we're going to grow this sucker. 818-259-7983. I'm going to keep talking until somebody calls that phone now, because I want to hear what you have to say, what's going on in your life, just how you doing, or I need this, or why me? You know, this shit's going wrong, that shit's going wrong. My mother, my daughter, my wife, my husband. I don't care. Let's just talk about it, because this is just going to be a show about life that kind of lets the little pressure valve off, and we just let things go. And everybody kept saying, "Oh, Peter, you know, I was going to call you and I forgot, and blah, 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 blah." So that's why I can't get to a point, because we don't have anything to, I'll just keep making a point. Whether you want to listen to me or not, it's another story. Totally up to you. Little by little, though, it's catching on. I'm getting, my friends, I love my friends, but they're busy. It's all about the real people out there. I'd rather have 10 solid people than, 10,000 people that can just kind of pass by, because it's worth it to me. So that's where we're at. But I'm waiting. 818-259. Who's going to be the one to kick it off? Oh, thank you. They go get. I totally got off track again. It's going to happen a lot until you call in. So I want to start a thing. It's going to be called Facebook Bitch of the Week. Facebook Bitch of the Week, and I have somebody in mind that I want that I'm going to call in, but he's a little on the fence right now. It's funny because I see some talented people, and the minute you tell them what, because what I see in them and what they see in them, I like them for who they are, characters, you know what I mean, but friends. And I go, God, I just want to capture that on camera. And then you call them up and you say, hey, I think you'd be really good at this. And it's like, oh, I don't know, and now they're getting, the theological. They're starting to think it out. It's like, well, you spew and you do really good at it. And now the minute I say, let's go and ready, action, you freeze. And that's the difference between people that can do it and people that can't do it. I've had so many people I've wanted to use or, do the show with. I don't mean use, but put on the show in my other one, and they just couldn't handle it. Even though in real life they're friggin' funny as hell and entertaining. It's not all jokes, but it's all part of the entertainment aspect while you're feeding good info. And they wouldn't do it. They couldn't do it. And I'm going, this sucks. Just stop thinking and just be you. But see, they see themselves differently. And I guess I do too. I know exactly where I'm at. 818-259-7983. I'm in an undisclosed location in Burbank, California, waiting for somebody to dial in that has something they want to bitch about. So the Facebook Bitch of the Week portion is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to give you a little example, because it's really not that hard to do. Exhibit A. Just over the past 2 days, what's with this aging thing? What did you look like before, and what did you look like afterwards, and how well did you keep up? I mean, okay, I get it. There was a lot of years where I used to come home to Pensacola and they go, wow, man, you haven't changed a bit. Comes a point in your life where I don't give a shit how friggin' well you take care of yourself. You're going to change. It's just part of the aging process. Now, God bless the people that, they're still in that time frame where you're pretty much holding it together. Now, you can hold it together, but you're going to change. I don't look like I did when I was 35. I just don't. I mean, I'd like to. I can't sport the hair anymore. You know what I mean? The face changes a little bit. Now, some worse than, you know what I mean? I'm blessed in a lot of ways that I feel better than some people and most. And again, but this is what it is. It is what it is. It's still me. The problem is when you don't see somebody for a long time, you can really tell. It's like, wow, you got fat, or God, what the hell happened to him, or God, you look great. But the bitch of the week is like every time Facebook comes out with some bullshit little program, it's like everybody jumps on the bandwagon. I go, well, since they're doing it, I guess I should do it. And then you got 20,000 feeds of seeing two pictures of the same person and judging them whether they look good. And then sometimes you look at it and you go, well, I guess so. And then you just give them a like. It is what it is. Come on, we're all grown-ups here, aren't we? I mean, we know what we look like. Some people are harder on themselves than others. Some people go to way too extremes to try to look youthful. Quit dyeing my hair a long time ago. It just didn't work because the minute I dyed it and it's dark and your skin tone changes as you get older, it's just like all of a sudden you get this shimmer of gray underneath. Now, I don't know. People say that, women can get away with it better. Guys can get away with gray hair more than women. It just depends. It depends. It's just life. But yes, we all want to be youthful. But this, for the past couple of days, it's like, every other one is going, and wait. It's that time, people. Let's just see what's going to happen here. And good evening. You're on the Peter G. Life with Peter G. show. Who is this? Uh-huh. Hello. Now's your chance. It's your turn. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, caller.
I agree with you. That Facebook photo challenge. I mean, why don't they do it like, to really make it like, what did your butt look like 10 years ago, and what does your butt look?
They can. I believe they can. They just didn't think of it. You're a genius.
Well, hey, it triggered that thought in me. It's like, oh God.
Oh,
you're right.
You wait.
Well, you know my other bitch about Facebook.
No, but go ahead.
The people that keep getting caught by hoaxes that have been going around. One has been going around for at least 6 years now.
Right.
That's the one about a lawyer advised us that we need to put this statement on our Facebook page so they can't, because Facebook is going public. Facebook went public 6 years ago, you idiots.
Wow. Okay, calm down, caller. Look, there's no doubt that there is endless. That's why I'm going to do Facebook Bitch of the Week, because it's endless. And I just happen to have a guy who I think I affectionately call him the sharpest tongue of the West. But for some reason, he just said, I got to think about it before I do this. And I was kind of shocked because I thought he'd be perfect for it. And he'll just come on the calls and just give me a couple of rants a week. But since he wouldn't do it this week, I just decided to do it myself and let you guys take over. So, again, I said one, you just brought up another. It's endless, I think.
Oh, my God. It's amazing. It's like, were you people hiding under a rock for the last 6 years?
Well, sometimes, again, you think it goes away, people forget, and again, there's just more to it. But the biggest one lately, I've been okay. So what did you call the one about the aging? You gave it. It was a title. That was exactly. I don't remember what it was.
Well, I don't remember what I called it.
Okay, well, you know what we're talking about. So the aging, the latest one now, where everybody's posting their before and after 10-year pictures. Yeah. I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, again, that's kind of cool, and it's fun, but just I don't know. It's like,
well, I mean, it is different than cat and dog pictures and your favorite bands and YouTube videos and fail videos. I like fail video. Do you like fail videos?
I can watch some stuff, but some of that stuff where like they're really totally smashing their faces on the ground or breaking arms, I can't watch that. I just can't.
Oh yeah, no, I know, I agree. I mean, it's just
cringe.
like ooh,
I cringe. I just
but some of them are funny.
Oh no, there's a lot of funny shit. But again, the another one that busted that really 818-259-7983 people. We're going to talk about this Facebook Bitch of the Week for a few minutes, but then I want to talk about life. I want to talk about what's going on in your life and what the hell your problems are. I'm listening.
Yeah, call him up.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that, caller.
Yeah, and buy some Bolt Energy drink.
Yeah, exactly. See, if everybody was drinking Bolt Energy right now, they'd all be jacked up and they'd be busting down the lines. I wouldn't be able to keep up because did I mention that it's fortified with it's vitamins and no preservatives, and there's actually antioxidants in this stuff too. Just saying.
Cool.
Yeah. See, because this is like the fountain of youth. I'm going to put my before and after picture, and you won't even recognize me. Look like you
look like you did 10 years ago.
like from kindergarten. You know what? A big pain in the ass I found this past 2 weeks too, especially with Facebook, and this will be my last Facebook rant, I think. The one where they're saying that somebody tried to, you're hacked, and they wanted you to join.
That one drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's going
because everybody seemed to have gotten hit by it, but it's like, when you look, when you get those kind of notices, don't have a knee-jerk reaction to them. Number one,
Yeah.
read them and think about what they're saying. It's like I actually got a friend request from you earlier today. No, you didn't. All you did was forwarded the damn message that says that.
Yeah, push your
So
finger.
that you sent it to, they think that, oh, I've been hacked. No, you haven't been hacked.
Yeah.
And hey, all you have to do is put your name in the search bar on Facebook.
Yeah.
If somebody sends you a message,
Yeah.
put your name in the search bar
Yeah.
and see if there are two accounts with the same picture. Then you've been hacked. But if you don't see another account with your picture on it,
Yeah.
you didn't send. You didn't send any a request.
No, I get it. It's the put your finger and hold the button. It's like, come on, really?
Well, yeah, and then it sends it to everybody on your friends list.
And that's where all the bullshit starts. And once again, my Facebook bitch of the week. It's like you guys are doing your own damage and trying to warn everybody for the plague. You're part of the plague.
Well, I mean, it's gotten to a point when I see somebody do that, I go, I just pull out the what was it, the New York Times article or the Washington. This is a hoax, folks.
Well,
And, there's little things you can throw up. This is a hoax. Read this article, and then what drives me crazy is people don't read the thread, because you can put up there that it's a hoax. 2 replies down, somebody going, "Oh, well, I've been hacked, I think." It's like,
well, I truly understand that not everybody is as up on things as everybody. But you're right, and I truly believe that they're truly concerned, or they wouldn't be passing.
Well, yeah,
them.
they are.
But Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, it's like, come on, I think that one's worse. My bigger pet peeve right now than the Facebook. How much fatter was your ass than 10 years ago? I mean, mine.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, that one really just because I got one of those requests the other day, and I went back. Quit sending me this crap. Read what somebody sent you. You didn't send anybody anything. It's like,
I get
get a
it.
break.
I mean, there's a million of them, and it's okay. But besides, again, I'm only going to leave it at a few of these because there's so many more, and we'll tackle a few every week. But, again, 818-259-7983, people. You know how many apologies I got last week from people that said, I was going to call you but this, or I was going to call you but that. And if I had a nickel, I'd already be that'd be like a self-sponsored whole deal already, just because I don't know why everybody's so shy to call in. It's not that hard. Just vent.
If you had a nickel for every time it happened, you would have the you would corral the bullshit market.
And I'm good at it, It's like when it comes to when you think of bullshit, think of Peter G. It's like it just goes hand in hand. But it's good bullshit.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking about you bullshit. It's like, quit sending out those bullshit. Quit telling people that bullshit. Just call 818-597983.
Exactly.
Just call.
Just like this fine young man did from wherever you at. You sound familiar, but I can't really place the face.
It's your mama.
Oh boy! Shame on you.
I take that back. It's not your mama.
Yes.
It's Josie Patty.
Oh boy! There's a name from the past, I guess. But it kind of just is what it is. I said this week especially, somebody is going to have the guts enough to get out of the norm, and I'm getting a lot of like middle of the country people now, Midwest, and they're starting to watch, but they're just still not calling in. All kinds of excuses. They're right there with me, but. And don't tell me that everything is honky-dory and life is picture-perfect. Everybody's got something to bitch about. And this is, I give you the opportunity. I don't care what it is. I had somebody yesterday that was bitching about their grandchildren. I said, why don't you just call up and tell me about it? I go, this time we'll go, so we can banter back and forth. But, it is what it is. And we'll fill an hour one way or another.
Just looking at this, Daisy Vega, Mary Ann, Amber Dawn, where are you people? It's nice that you put the comments over there. Call him. Talk to him.
Say, hey, Peter. Hey.
Yeah, especially Amber Dawn. It looks like you've got something that you would have a nice conversation about.
You're
you know,
seeing things that
what about taking care of a 2-year-old that doesn't belong to you?
Oh, boy.
That's an interesting question.
See what I mean? I don't even know where you're seeing that stuff because I got 3 things and I can't just track them all. And so you're seeing things that I don't even see. I won't see this stuff until later. So that's what the problem, folks. You're telling me stuff, but you need to call me and tell me stuff. I will gladly.
That's right.
Yeah, tell them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Paul Giroux, why aren't you on the phone?
Yeah. Well, we know why. No, I'm kidding. He's probably he's watching from afar. All these people, it doesn't matter. There's so many more than what listing here. And again, because it depends which feed you're looking at. Because I got three pages that go on at once, so you only get to see what you see from the page that you sign in on. And on top of that, there's the Twitter and there's the LinkedIn feed and all those things. And is there any more? I know, who cares? I mean, they're there. I just can't see them. My job is to, if the phone rings, if the phone rings, answer it and see what they have to say. And, that's it. So everybody's got things pent up. They just can't seem to want to call. And I don't get it. Someday.
Oh, I've got a good idea for you.
Yeah? I'm listening.
Get your technical guy.
Yeah?
To work it out so that anybody that has Alexa in their house, they can go, Alexa, turn on the Peter G Show.
Alexa. But see,
and all they have to do is say it, and then it comes on.
Yeah.
And then say, Alexa, call Peter G at 818-259-7983.
Yeah. I think Alexa would probably know that after a while, but do you think a lot of people have that, Alexa?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That and the Google Assistant both are really starting to make heavy-duty inroads.
You know what? I can't cop to that. I don't think I can submit to that. That thing is too smart, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not. I won't have it in my house.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into technology, and I think it's got some great advantages. But the problem is, you forget it's there. And that thing is way too smart. And not that I have anything to hide, because I don't, and that's why I do this show. I'm an open friggin' book, people. But I don't want to be the one bitching about stuff. I want to be the one talking about what you want to bitch about. So I'm kind of like the Facebook Alexa guy, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, I'm not, I'm not into that, and I'm a pretty heavy-duty technology guy. But I don't care anything about having voice-activated stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a TV.
Yes, I do.
That I can use voice activation on it, but they change channels and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do it.
No, I don't know.
But I don't have anything to hide, but I don't like the thought of them being able to monitor me through their little equipment.
Right. Well,
it just doesn't make.
It's pretty damn That thing is always doing more. I mean, it picks up on everything. So I'm just not ready for that yet. I just not. It's too much, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't need it yet. I don't think.
Yeah,
I got people.
I don't want to have it, and then all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, when I sit down on my computer and advertisements for something I might have asked about on Alexa pops up.
Exactly. I mean, that's pretty smart thinking. But again, you're right. It's like if I want something, I'll get it. It's I don't need something to think for me. I got enough problems as it is. Speaking of which. Well, 818-259-7983, and I know you guys got problems. You know what? I saw this thing on deadbeat parents, and again, I'm not going to stay away from my original, show, the surviving divorce and single parenting, especially when I know that there's so many out there listening. I will bring that topic up, and we will talk about it, but I just keep seeing all these topics. I write down things that are going on in the world, in this country, and I kind of write them down, just trying to throw something out there. I'm kind of chumming the waters. Like, don't tell me you guys got nothing to bitch about. There's not something that's getting under your skin, and you just want to vent. Or just say, hey, Peter. Hey.
Hey.
Thank you. Well, I don't know TV technological caller, but I do appreciate you making the call to get the ball rolling and helping me with my Facebook bitch of the day. I will be very surprised to see who caller number 2 will be and what it will be about. But I will stay here until the sun comes up if I have to. It's early.
Well, I appreciate your time, and thank you for taking my call.
I
Please, if you're watching right now, 818-259-7983 is the number to call. Thanks, Bolt Energy.
Delicioso. All right, unknown caller. I appreciate it. Feel free if you got stuff to bitch about. We're always here for you. But I really would like to hear from perhaps a female. I really want to hear from a female. I'll tell you what, in the few weeks that we've been doing this show right now, have yet to speak to a female, yet they keep typing and telling me all kinds of things. So I'm really kind of anxious to hear from somebody that is female that has something to bitch about. Call me crazy.
Well, have a great evening, and I hope you have some more calls tonight.
I might be sitting here, just, banging things around. But thank you so much. Love you, and we'll call when you got something to bitch about.
See ya.
All right, peace out. Well, there you have it. Somebody called up to semi-bitch, and then I brought up a couple of subjects, and you see how easy it is to get on the bitch wagon? It's like, bitch, bitch, bitch. It's kind of got a nice ring to it. It gets you off your chest. Now, maybe he'll be, a little calmer, or maybe he'll, won't drink as much now. I don't know. But Facebook gives me a ton of stuff. Again, I'm loyal to Facebook. That's why we're doing it on here. I could have done this show on YouTube Live. There's just so many different directions I could have gone. And you know what? When we made this effort, and a couple of my people didn't agree with me. Yeah. But I had to beg to differ, because I again, the generations that are on Facebook is still huge, and it's just a matter of getting you guys. I know it's late in some parts of the country. I totally understand that. But, again, late night TV, when you used to watch Letterman and all these other shows, it's late night. You lay in bed with your phone or your iPad or whatever, or your smart TV, and you can watch this stuff. It's only an hour. And, and if there's something like stuff that you really want to get off your chest and talk about, I mean, it might be a little personal, whatever, but like whatever. It's like nobody's watching anyway, right? We're so in our infancy that it's still early on. And until this thing starts growing, I only need a few phone calls a night on Sunday night. And again, every Sunday night, like clockwork. This isn't easy for me. I had to commit to this, but I do it with pride. I do take a lot of pride in this. Just slow, hard. Let me see you sit and try to fill, time and be somewhat interesting. That's the hardest part for me. But it's a lot harder, even though you can sit around with your friends and bullshit, it's a lot different when they say action. And that's the problem I'm having. There's some people I really want to have on the show that are like, in my inner circle, but I think they're great entertainers, just normally. But the minute I say I want you to do this, they just clam up and they won't do it, and that's a shame, because I see things in people again that sometimes they don't see themselves, and I'd like to share it with the world. Either way. 818-259-7983. Call me to say, hey, tell me what's going on in your life, any problems, how are your holidays, what are you going to do for the new year? I got a list of things, again, I can talk about, but I just wanted to leave it to you. I was going to try to stay off of what I want to talk about and get more into what you want to talk about. But apparently you're going to keep allowing me to just deal out, these incidences. This one's kind of a bad note, but it really bugged me. It's sad. Again, I'm the advocate about divorce and single parenting. That's my original, how I got my, the fire under my ass to start doing things like this. And in Eugene, Oregon this week, I didn't catch the whole thing. I didn't have time to catch the whole thing, but I caught enough of it. An individual at a school, there was a school shooting, and it really wasn't a school shooting, but it was at a school. One human being is no longer on this planet because of a custody battle with their child. And this one human being, male or female, is no longer alive because of this dispute over custody for the love of their child. It wasn't about I don't want to be a parent. It was somebody wanting to be a parent, and because of the nastiness that divorce brings out, and again, I mean, there's two sides to every story, but don't tell me, because I've lived it, and I would listen to people, and I can't say anything to people without them going, oh, man, I can relate. I got this. Everybody has a story. That's why I do this, because the majority of the population, 67%, if you want to be almost exact, is all screwed up from going through hell like that. And some survive, and a lot of them move on, but not without getting battle wounds and scars. And who suffers at the same time? Your children or child. And that's what really aggravates me. So this one person, unfortunately, took it to the school. But, and I get it. I was used to, the one good thing about when I pick up my daughter was I could count on her being there, so I know I was going to pick her up on time without conflict because she was there, because she had to be there. Unfortunately, sometimes, in this case, it didn't go so well. And this person you got to be seeing red. You have to be almost livid out of your mind to go and get into that crazy of a state. But again, I totally understand that too. It's just, nobody in their right mind walks out their door and says, you know what, I'm going to go wreak havoc, and I'm leaving the house today, and I'm probably never going to see the light of day anymore once I leave. I mean, there's that fraction of a percentage of people, but they're crazy. But when you love your children, it'll make you crazy when things start getting out of hand, and out of spitefulness and anger, people do stupid shit. And this is where I really get livid. And that's the point. In fact, I'm going to, since being on Instagram, again, I'm on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you mean it. Do not get on my friggin' Instagram. I just started it recently, so it's not like I have that many followers, but there's just too many people that blow in and blow out. I welcome you in there, okay? It's got some certain advantages. I don't mind it. I like it, but don't get in and then just leave. And then, it's like I'm tired of watching the roller coaster of kiss ass, like for a like and all this bullshit. If you stick around and you have something to say, I'll like your page back. But if some people are just watchers, I've really come to find out, especially for my show, that the statistics don't add up because there are a lot more people that are actually in there paying attention than the ones that are participating, such as this show right now. It may not look like there's a lot of people, but I know there's people sitting there and you want to call, but you're not. And all you got to do is pick up the phone and call 818-259-7983. You can call during the week, too. Leave me a message. Tell me what you want to talk about. Tell me what's on your mind. What's pissing you off. Tell me why you didn't want to call and be live. It's just us. We're all friends here. You have no idea how much this could be helping other people when you share your stories. That much I'm sure about, because I know it. There's a lot of people who have nobody to talk to. And sometimes just letting them hear your stuff has a lot to do with them. There's so many avenues that are very much the same. And that's why I said I'm going to do this. And I don't care if you want to talk about your boss is pissing you off. You're working like a dog. It's like, you know what? Take a number. We're all doing this. It's like, do you love what you do? Do you hate what you do? But I won't know, and we can't talk about it unless you call 818-259-7983. It's just a friggin' hour show, people. I decided to do it to let you get things off of your chest. So for the love of God, just if you got something you want to get off of your chest, call the number, 818-259-7983. Because had it not been for my friends at Bolt Energy, I would not be able to sit here. It's new stuff. Ask for it in stores because they're growing. And I like it because it's a cleaner drink. And a lot of people complain about energy drinks and stuff like that. But yet, we drink coffees. I'm not a coffee drinker. So this is the kind of thing that just gives me enough of a little boost, and I feel good, and I just keep plowing through whatever I got to get done, even on days when I don't want to, which happens a lot. So again, if it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be doing this. But now I need you guys to do your fair share as well. You have to do it. I'm waiting for a call. Tell me what's on your mind, what bugs you, your kids, your husband, your wife, your job, your in-laws, life, the utility company, the cost of potatoes, whatever, gas is up and down. This is a show where I'm broadening the horizon. We're not just talking about surviving divorce and single parenting, although that is my number one pet peeve. It's a bitch. Again, this week, somebody in Eugene, Oregon did not go home over a rage that they went into and got shot and killed. And I hate it. I hate it because, okay, here's my reason. I hate it because you know who suffers? The child. There was a parent that loved their child so much that they lost their life over battling to see and spend time with their child. I mean, and you know, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe this was the one crazy that, you know, he was going to do something bad. I doubt it. He just wanted his child or, you know, or her child, whatever. Thing is, this happens more than you know, makes me crazy. On Instagram, also, I've learned, you know, Instagram is connected with Facebook. They both, you know, are in cahoots together. They own each other. I'm going to get into things like this too. There's so many divorce groups, divorce coaches, and oh my God, it's like I'm going to start calling these people because I want to know who pays for a divorce coach. It's almost like a life coach. Does, you know, and I see the purpose in it. Some people need the guidance, but I personally don't know anybody who has one. And is, you know, is it profitable? Because just like therapists, and I know that therapists are a necessity in life because some people seriously need them. I've known some that were crazier than the people that they were taking care of, and yet they're delving out advice. That's why I don't really give advice because I'm not a professional. I share stories. I'll give you my opinion, but, you know, you can take all that with a grain of salt and do what you want with it. But I do it because I love you guys. I love people. Started with my friends because they're all like, you know, they're going, you know, I'm like the plumber. You know, I do better for other people than I do for myself, which is sometimes sad because sometimes I can't take my own opinions or whatever because I know the way I'm wired. When I get pissed off, I'm pissed off. I can't just let things roll off my back. I have a very close friend of mine, and he says, what are you worrying about it for? You're worrying about things that you can't change. And he's real, God bless him. I love him to death, but I just, you know, for him, for me, easier said than done. I take it and I'm little by little making these adjustments, but it's not easy. So sometimes you just need somebody to bounce off of. Hence, Life with Peter G. every Sunday night at 8:30. I want to see you here every Sunday. It's an hour. You know, if anything, I'm going to start on these rants because nobody's calling in yet. But eventually, I do know that time will, you know, prevail, and people will start getting used to this and start calling in because there is a purpose here. You wouldn't be sitting here even if it's, you know, 500 of you or 5,000. And I know, like I said, some of these feeds look really lame. There's just a few people, but believe it or not, there's way more going on than what the page tells you, and it goes into syndication. Okay. This show every Sunday after I finish, they hit and lock everything up, and it goes into reruns for the week. Plus, it's being recorded on a different camera that goes to YouTube for on demand, and that'll be, you know, as part of the weekly thing. Plus, for those who cannot take the time, but they're in the car and they drive a lot or whatever, it's going to be going to iTunes. So you'll be able to hear this along with the many shows I have from the past, because we've been doing this for almost 3 years now. And there's a lot of good advice, a lot of good opinions, and people talking about stuff that you're going, wow, you know, I wasn't expecting to hear this or that from this person, but man, was it cool. I mean, you know, I was starting to do like some popular musicians and things like that, doctors, psychiatrists, and you weren't ready to hear it from this person because you think, well, how can this person have any problems? He's a friggin' rock star. Everybody's got problems. You know, I mean, that's what really lit the fire under my ass to get up and let's go after that. That's going to be part of the, you know, original Peter G show that we'll be filming one-on-one interviews and things like that. But the audio versions are great. You're in the car driving, you go to The Peter G Show or Peter G Show on iTunes, you subscribe, and it'll tell you when something new is coming. But there's probably, how many we got now? There's 60. There's got to at least be 60 or 70 segments, you know, on YouTube. At least some are short, some are long. Some fun clips. My buddy Pepsi, when he blows into town, I let him sit in with me. I mean, but there's still a point to everything. It's just kind of the way it is. But it's all up to you for this show. 818-259-7983. All you got to do is call and just talk to me about something. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. We have about 15 minutes left. See, 45 minutes of this show has already gone by, but you're staying silent. And that's okay. I mean, we're cool with that. But I prefer that you bring something to the table, contribute, because you're not only helping yourself, more than likely, you have no idea what kind of impact you can have on other people. And I know you're sitting there going, yeah, he's probably right. But, I can sit here. I got music. We got all kinds of things. Like I can play, tunes, and we can just sit here and listen to music together, but I rather not. And, oh, look, finally a caller, but let's see what we got going on here. Hey, you're on Life with Peter G. So what can I do for you?
Well, hey, Pete.
Hey.
This is Paul over here in Pensacola. How you doing?
Hey, man, we're doing good. What's up?
Hey, a whole lot. I just want to say, hey, I got on a little late tonight and heard somebody call my name out, said I needed to call. I said, well, I guess I will.
Oh, wow. Then thank you for that caller calling you. He was calling out a bunch of people's names, just calling them out. He's just like, if I got the guts to do it, come on, you too. What do you want to bitch about?
Yeah, I could bitch about a lot of things, about not winning any football games this weekend.
Well, don't let me stop you. Carry on.
But our brother Nick had to post on Facebook a lotto ticket, a scratch-off ticket where he won $10,000 like he needed it.
That was his $10,000 that won?
Yeah, from what I understand, it was.
All right. Well, I know where I'm going drinking tonight.
Hey, I'm happy for him. That's great.
Yeah, you know what?
That's great.
Yeah, I wish that could happen to everybody. Let me tell you something. You may think like he needed it, but believe me, we all need it. I don't care how much money you got. There's always too much going out the door and not enough coming in.
Oh, I agree totally. I could always use it for something.
I'm sure he's going to come up with. He's going to have a few new friends right now for a while, but God bless him. I didn't know. That's cool.
Maybe you can buy him a white light and get rid of that blue one.
It is still. Well, let me tell you. When I blow into town, I don't know. I think he's kind of coming around a little bit. I think he told me because he called in one week when we were doing the pre-shows, and I think he said he kind of lightened it up a little. I haven't had time to watch his show, so
yeah,
I don't know.
I hadn't caught him on there here recently.
Yeah.
But anyhow, there ain't a whole lot to bitch about, really. I got some good news. Mrs. Wilkerson, she's been kind of under the weather. And she's coming back around. They had a special mass at church yesterday for Skippy, and she was well enough to make it. And anyway, I went by and dropped her off a bowl of chili today, and she's doing good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Southern Neighborhood News Network. Yeah. I got a few things I probably want to tell you, but I don't want to bring it in here. I mean, it's just like too close to home for a couple of things.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't want to bore the audience. Nothing, but there's some. I'll try to remember to send you a text or something tomorrow when I get a chance about one of our other neighborhood buddies. Again. Thanks.
Yeah, because I haven't heard anything.
Well, I finally did, and I was, and like I said, I'll tell you, but crazy things.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and a lot of things again to be grateful for. Because one minute, everything is going good, and the next minute, sometimes in people's lives, things can just change, and your life can be upside down.
Hey, it could turn in a heartbeat. Trust me, I know for.
Yeah, you're
either way.
Well, let's back
it can turn for the good or the bad real quick.
It can, but of course. How many years ago? You're a heart attack survivor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. How many years ago was that?
It was 2007.
All right. I mean, the days are flying by.
Didn't see it coming either.
Didn't see it coming, but you were smart enough to know that you were having it. Because see, in my mind, like when something's going wrong, nobody wants to go to the hospital. And you're going,
I caught help or driving myself to the hospital.
I understand that, but most people would say, I'm just going to lie down. I'll be okay. I'll just lie down. Whatever it is, it'll go away.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what
I figured I lived in a pretty remote part of town, and it'd been a while before they found me if I stayed there.
I'm just saying that sometimes I don't know what it feels like to have a heart attack, but the thing is, when something is going wrong, how wrong is it going before you finally cop to it and go, I'm gonna, something's, I get it. My father, unfortunately, like I said, he was iller, more sick than I thought, but yet I couldn't catch on because I'm 2,000 miles away, even though I monitor him until finally somebody went over, and he was, the first things out of his mouth was, "I'm dying," or "I can't breathe." You know what I mean? And just crazy shit like that, and because you think you're just gonna, if he had just laid down and kept laying down thinking he's gonna be okay, I wouldn't have been talking about him right now.
You're correct.
Because we're all like that. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. I mean, hospitals suck, but well, there you go. So when
I tell you what, they took care of me. I hadn't had a problem since.
Do you take care of you a little better now?
I'm very grateful.
But I mean, but did it? What did it open your eyes a little bit, or you like back to whatever? I mean, not that you were anything bad, but
Oh, it changes your whole world. What you're supposed to eat and everything else, know.
I mean, so a lot of people get better and they go, "Fuck it, I'm just okay. I'm okay now."
Yeah.
You changed everything.
Yeah. The main thing, I quit smoking them damn cigarettes.
All right, well, that's a good start.
That was probably the best thing I ever did.
Dude, look, dude, for the life of me, I get it. Smoking, I don't judge because I know quitting is really, really hard. But it's so, to me, out. I mean, I don't even see it as a part of life in the modern day anymore. But it's such a big thing still that I just don't get it. I mean, it's not even, we smoked cigarettes as teenagers because it was kind of cool, right? I mean, that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then you're hooked. But it's not even cool anymore, and the vaping and all this kind of shit, and it's like one more stone to put on the camel's back for nothing.
Yeah, hey, I wish I never had done it to begin with. I mean, it's just stupid.
I know, and I know it's a lot harder to quit. I mean, I don't envy people. It's like you might as well take up heroin or something because it's probably about that that tough. But at least you get a buzz going.
Well, hey, I was laying up there in that hospital bed, and they were giving me oxygen treatment.
Yeah.
Told me they were going to send me home with an oxygen bottle.
Yeah.
That hit hard right there. I said, I ain't had one since.
Were you? Let me ask you a question. When you're feeling like you're and you're in a hospital bed, were you trying to make make deals with God?
I was thanking him. I wasn't making no deals. I was just thanking him.
All right, because I know on plane flights, a lot of times when we were flying a lot and there was some badass turbulence, and I swear I don't know how a plane holds together. I just knew, and I talked to people. They're going, "Oh God, just let me get through this," and I swear I'm never gonna, just let it happen. I just didn't know if that's what you think when you're.
Yeah, hey, I've been in that position before.
Well.
You're with my dad out on a boat in the middle of a river in a storm. Didn't think we was gonna make it in.
Yeah.
And I was doing awful God praying and dealing.
Right. I think we all try to within ourselves, but the life's again. Father Time said it last week. I was fortunate enough. I had the baby New Year on last week, and some philosophical shit came out of his mouth for this year, and he really amazed me. But then Father Time came back and gave a phone call because the baby New Year pissed off Father Time, and the one quote that he left us with was, "Life's a bitch, and then you die." So it's like, okay,
well. It's pretty true.
Well, I mean, the challenges, I don't know where it all evens out or what the theory is on why we got to go through the crap we got to go through. But in the meantime, here I am.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, I'm going to let you go and give somebody else a chance to call
the
in.
phone's been ringing like crazy, and I've been holding, but that's okay.
I've been waiting for one of them girls to call in, too.
You know what?
That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, you just keep waiting because this is just going to be one of those deals where life, I mean, if this was this easy to do, I think everybody be doing it, but I'm not scared and I'm not backing down. I know that people have something to say, and until they finally, the ball gets rolling, I mean, and then that'll be fun. But in the meantime, I appreciate your phone call and the few that do call in. I don't need many per show. It's only an hour show. But it's something to get going, and little by little we'll get going, and we'll start hearing from people all over the. I'm only focusing on the United States and Canada right now.
Yeah, hey, before I go though, I would like to say hello to Mr. J.D. Stone.
J.D.
I know he's watching tonight. He usually is.
Okay, well
And,
then
anyway, give him a shout out.
All right, shout out to J.D. Stone from Paul, a listener from the southern region of the United States, and a friend of mine.
That's right.
All right, brother. Listen,
Hey,
I deeply,
take care, man.
I appreciate you listening. Spread the word for you. For me. I need some people with some shit they want to get off their chest. I mean, that's what it's all about.
All right.
All right.
Cool deal. I'll call back again next week.
Well, but just when you're good and pissed off. Just, no problem.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Paul from the southern portion of the United States called in to say, hey, amongst a few other little things. I have a lot of people and a lot of friends in a lot of places. Very, very blessed, fortunate. You know, sometimes I say blessed and I say thank God, and I say, you know what, I'm not a religious fanatic, but I do believe. You got to believe in something, and so I just what's it going to hurt? Doesn't hurt anything. In the meantime, 818-259-7983. Call to say, hey, Peter. Call to say, I'm pissed off about this, or I'm having trouble with that. And, I mean, let the world know. We'll talk about it, because that's what I'm here for. I'm down to the last and final 5 minutes. See what I mean? It's like an hour goes by quick. I want to focus on people calling in, but it does go by quick. There's going to come a point in this show that we will not be able to get enough done. But I think that'll be the cool part, because it'll be stay tuned to next week. But in the meantime, every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 Eastern Time, I want my late night folks to call in. Somebody's got something to bitch about, something you want to get off your chest. I don't want to go super political. I mean, if you want to, you can bitch about it, but I'm not going to go back and forth on this crap. I've lost too many people who just whatever. You want to bitch about it, I'll let you bitch. But I don't that in super sports. I'm going to let you take the ball and run with it, because I'm a little weak in that department. I could have had a couple of really great jobs, but that had to do with sportscasting and things like that, and I just bowed out. It's like entertainment, yes, but worrying about what number and the name of the person with the number on the jersey and how many yards he ran and all that, I'll kick back and watch. I mean, the best thing about me is I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not that good at, and well, you may beg to differ when you're listening to me, but it's all good. And the jokes are free. So, again, every Sunday night, 818-259-7983. You can even call and leave a message during the week, because this line is dedicated to this show. And tell me what's pissing you off. Tell me what you like, what you think I should be doing. Again, I had somebody who told me that they thought I should be doing some segments on some cooking, for single parents and people who need to get things done. And, okay, sure, again, there's a thing called the Food Network. But see, here's the thing, I'm being a smartass, but they wanted me to do it. He said, I think you'd be great at doing this, which I do love to cook. I love to cook. But that brings in a whole new forte. Now I got to have a kitchen. We got to have more people. We're back up to a big show again. The reason for this show is streamlined and keeping it real simple, stupid. Just talking about things, and if you want to bitch about it, we bitch about it, you get it off your chest, and then life keeps moving on. And speaking of moving on, we got 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to move on, and then we'll pick it up again next week. But don't be shy. I want to see who the first woman is going to be on this show, and what she's going to talk about is going to be interesting, I hope. I don't care. You can tell me you hate me, and tell me why, though. If you don't like me and you don't think I should be doing this, I'm in. I'm always open for suggestions, because sometimes I look at myself and go, why am I doing this? But I like me, but I do know why I'm doing this. I know exactly why I'm doing this. There's a reason for everything, and I promise to take this bigger, better, and life is going to be, they go, wow, who knew? But I knew. It just, again, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's not easy. Nothing in life is easy, folks, unless you're you have inheritance or you hit the lottery. I don't think anything in life is easy. And even people who hit the lottery and inheritance, a lot of things go very, very wrong because of the ease on how you achieve those levels in your life. I can give many, many examples of how, in my opinion, that I rather have worked it. There's something that comes from struggling, scraping, and starting from the bottom to get to where you want to be. I think it rounds you out and you become I mean, believe me, I wish I could just wake up to a big, room full of money, but that didn't go so well for a lot of people. So, and again, there's tons of stories about it, but I'm going to be here. We're going to be here. I want you to be here. And we're down to the final minute. I appreciate the ones who are watching. This thing goes into syndication again. Once they're done, they hit finish, and then it's going to start rerunning Life with Peter G every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 Eastern. And also, again, after about a day, how long? What's the delay? 2 days? About 2 days from now, then it goes into, if you subscribe to my YouTube Peter G Show channel, you get to watch on demand the same thing, or you can see dozens of other shows we have from the past. A lot of them have specific subjects and categories. This is just our fun thing. And it's going to iTunes, Peter G Show on iTunes, podcasts. You can listen to this stuff on the go. There's a million podcasts. I always ask, how the hell do people know what they want to listen to? I don't know. There's a couple that would probably end up listening to me. I want to know what you guys think. I really do. Drop me a line, something. Just say, hey, you know what? I dig what you're doing, and keep doing it. I mean, I get a lot of that, but if you don't like it and they go, I don't know why the hell you're doing what you're doing, and get the hell off the stage. And it is, yeah. Keep rocking. Speaking of rocking, I just. I think I'll start playing a little bit again. I've been having to take a big hiatus because there's too much going on, but I'm starting to get I'm jonesing lately. I've really just kind of cut my ties right now because I've been so busy, but I've got a couple of people calling me, and if I start doing that, it'll give me some more things to talk about. But I'd rather you call in, all right? So we're going to wrap it up. Again, want to thank my sponsor, Bolt Energy. They... if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be sitting here for this hour. So look for it in stores. If you don't see it, ask for it in stores. They're new, but they're spreading very rapidly because they have something of worth. And I think that's the whole key. If you have something worthy, you keep on going, and eventually life will kind of dictate and things just trying to start falling into place. Just as this show. I love you guys very much. For those who muscled through it and are watching from afar, I appreciate it. We're going to do this every Sunday, so I look forward to next Sunday and the Sundays to come, and let's see where we can take this thing. I just really will be happy when everybody starts making the phones a little bit more busier, because that's what this show is about. Phone calls. You guys and phone calls, all right? So for now, January 13th, we'll see you next week. As we start rolling closer to February. February is a good month. It's Valentine's Day. Lots to talk about on those days. I'm already working on trying to get Cupid on the phone, but we'll see what happens. For now, again, love you guys very much for putting up, watching this 1 hour. I know it's late in other parts of the country, but well worth it, all right? So peace out. From me to you, thanks for watching the Peter G Show, Life with Peter G. We'll see you next Sunday, and... we'll handle it from there. Peace out.
G-Show, Peter G-Show, Peter G-Show, divorced dad, single